I guess I didn't know. I mean, I have seen that.
If you want to put your stuff in the car and then we'll go over there.
Perfect.
Or we can just go over there and you can meet us over there, whichever. There's none hidden in there, is there?
Do you have the bucket? Okay. Michael, can you unlock the car and open the back?
Mom, are we walking over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So they put them in two coolers.
Are we rolling, Noah? All right. We're going to learn a little bit about some bugs.
Yeah.
Let's go. Woo. At least the rain is holding off.
Absolutely. I'm okay with that.
Yep. We could use a little bit of rain, though.
Yeah. How many people we got watching right now? Can you tell? 13! Nice!
It was at 40.
It was at 40? Oh, well, they just wanted to see the Free Willy action. You guys probably remember coming over here.
This is just right down the creek from where we released those trout, right underneath the road. And this is where we would have had some kids doing a macroinvertebrate study this spring. So you can come on down over the water. Some of the insects that we have found just in this 10-foot section here include things like these. These are stoneflies. Jill, we found stoneflies.
Yay!
We've never found
A lot of
stoneflies.
stoneflies.
So that's a
we've never
stonefly,
found
and
them
we know that's a stonefly because it has two little tails. And we really like finding these because of what we learned from this fall in the biotic index. Stonefly larvae, oops, I dropped them. Stonefly larvae are in this top group, meaning that they need really cold, oh there it is, cold, clean water in order to survive. So when we find stoneflies, like we have a whole bunch here, that's really good because that tells us that Browns Creek is doing really well. I mean, this is the first time we've ever found stoneflies down here, and we've been doing this for a while. A couple other things. These big weird-looking things.
Yeah.
Those are cranefly larvae. Okay, so cranefly larvae are in this second group, so also a good one to find.
Those are giant.
And they're big. And crane flies are what we think of, they look like giant mosquitoes. Those things that fly around that look like huge mosquitoes are crane flies. And this is what they start out with at the beginning of life. They start out in the water.
What's that
Stone flies, huh?
What's that fish?
This fish, what was this, Evan?
That's a northern mud minnow.
We found a little northern mud minnow. Yeah, I was digging around over under the muck over here and he ended up in my net. So we added him. So we have stone flies in here. The other things we have are caddis flies. So you look at this one here, he might suck into his house. Oh, shoot.
There's some in the ice cube tray.
Oh, you have some in the ice cube tray too. Oh, sweet. So this is a caddisfly, and these guys are really awesome because they build homes around themselves, okay? So I'm gonna put them in the water so that they come out. This one is made of rocks, and you can look really closely, that's rocks and sticks. Essentially anything that they find in their environment. You can see this one's kind of coming out a little bit. And what they have is a sticky saliva in their mouth that they spit out, and they build their house around them, okay? And as they grow and get bigger, they build a bigger house, kind of like something leaving for a bigger shell. So kind of cool. They make their own house. It's their protective home to help them camouflage and hide from predators. So those are caddisflies. That's really great. Here is a damselfly larva. Okay, so damselflies look like dragonflies, but they're smaller. Okay, they're the bright blue and black ones that you see fly around here in Minnesota. They're maybe about that big. There are a bunch of different species, but this is what they look like when they are in the water. And if you look really closely, you may not be able to see it on the camera. There are actually, you can see its wings on the back.
Now,
Okay.
when they land, do they land like with their wings together, right? And the dragonflies are apart. That's how I remember.
Yep, that's how you remember it. That's a great way to look at it. Damselflies, when they land, their wings go up, and dragonflies are out. And then I'm going to put him in the water here quick and see if his tail fans out. His tail is actually his gills. So that's how he's breathing. This is a dragonfly larva. So we've got a damselfly larva, and then we've got a dragonfly larva here. So this,
Really good today.
okay, so when these guys land, their wings shut. When these guys land, their wings are open. Dragonflies are generally a lot bigger. I don't know about damselflies, but dragonflies, there are some species that will live in the water for 8 years before emerging to live one season, lay eggs, and die. Kind of crazy. So some of these live most of their life in the water before they come out. That's not all species, but some. There's one other one in here that I am not going to pick up because they bite. And that is these ones here that have all the legs and they look like they've got mandibles on the front. These are called Dobson fly larvae. You can see their mandibles. They have these pinchers on the front. And those can get to be this big with huge pinchers on them. Those are actually really small. And Dobson fly larva, Google a picture. For those of you watching right now, Google an image of what a Dobson fly looks like when they are adults. They have huge mandibles and they're really big. And this is what they start out as in the water. We did find an awesome snail, okay, and a minnow and a few other things.
Tray, there might be a mayfly in there. He's really small though.
Oh, this little guy, yeah, this little guy. And I don't know if I'll be able to get him without a spoon, but if you see that little one, that's a mayfly.
He has 3 tails instead of 2.
Yeah, that's the difference between them and the stoneflies. So, that was all found right here with just one easily made thing that you can make at home. These are picnics. Okay, that is just window screen and 2 dowel rods with them stapled in. Evan made these last year. So these, you want to come demo with me? You want to make these with your family and come down and try to catch some insects. Evan and I will demonstrate how to use them.
Well, we have that creek by the ark. I think we have that netting.
So, you can get with a sibling or a parent or whoever. One person goes downstream with the net and the other person sits and does a little water dance. We have these handy dandy waders. You don't necessarily need waders, although this water is pretty chilly. All right, and so Evan's going to pick that up, bring it to the edge, and see what kind of awesome stuff.
So a lot of the macros that we find will be kind of stuck in all of the debris like leaves and sticks. So sometimes you got to dig pretty hard, but as you can see, we found tons of scuds. They're so cool. So a scud is a freshwater shrimp, and it's a really good food source for our fish because they don't turn into anything else. They're always in the water. So fish can eat them in January, they can eat them in July. So your fish will have a really good supply of scuds to eat as they're growing up. But they swim around really fast. Found a ton of those. But if we were out here today, you all would be suited up in waders and doing this and digging through all this stuff, finding these amazing creatures.
But you can do it on your own.
But you can do it on your own too.
So can we go to any body of water and do this on our own? What do we do when we're done though with that?
Absolutely. So when you're done, especially with this guy, with this one, all we have to do is put it back in the water and wash it off.
And they're right back where they started.
Yep. So we don't really want to be bringing water and bugs around to different places. We always want to put them back right where we found them. But it's a great way to tell how clean that water is. So because we found our Dobson flies, we found our stone flies, we found caddis and mayflies and a damsel and dragons. We found so many cool things. These top two groups on our biotic index are the species that need the cleanest water.
Yep.
So because we found them, we know that Browns Creek is a perfect home for your fish.
So we just put those trout in an awesome body of water.
The perfect body of water.
Body of water.
But you can go to any pond or any stream or any lake near your home. You can use nets. Another really fun thing is to use what's called a leaf pack. So you take a bag from the grocery store that your oranges came in, or your onions, those mesh bags. You stuff that full of dry, dead leaves. And you just go stick that in the water, tie it to a rock or a log, and you leave it in there for a week, maybe 2 weeks. Then you go back, take out all the leaves, and you can do the same kind of thing.
Yeah, have all kinds of stuff in there.
So if you don't have waders or rain boots, that's a great way to do sampling as well.
And you don't, all you need is a bin. You don't even need a net. You can come out here and lift up, and with parental help, lift up rocks. And a lot of these those insects are hanging out on the bottom of rocks. So you may not even need a net. But we also use just those little green aquarium nets. Easy outdoor activity to do with your family.
Where might I find the biotic index?
Ooh, the biotic index, you have it. Or I will send it to her.
I have it.
Yes, your teacher, Mrs. Ryan, has this. I think you have the macroinvertebrate chart too. So this is something that you can do. They can, if they want to, even on the back, you can do some math to figure out. It's fun math though, because it's based off of our insects, and you can figure out the water quality index. So this is on the back side of the biotic index. So, yeah, thanks for doing the macroinvertebrate study with us today,
Yeah,
everybody.
great
Hopefully
job.
you get out and do it yourselves.
Great job raising your fish
Yeah.
this year. They look beautiful. They're the biggest ones I've seen
Yes.
so far.
Far.
Shout out to the Trout Club kids. We'll see you next year. We'll do it again. We'll go fishing some more. Yeah, that's all we got. Thanks a lot for having us.
Okay, penguiners,
Bye,
let's
everybody.
give them a round of applause. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, boys. Boys and girls, now, lunchtime, and right after lunch with Father Chad, head right back onto the website. There's other activities to do. There's story hour, there's some art. In your bag, you'll find a scavenger hunt. You can do it in the rain if mom and dad or somebody says it's okay, or wait for another day that might be a little nicer weather. And also there is a rainbow trout game in there. With your cup, you can take water and measure how far you can get that water to squirt. You can time yourself on how long it takes you to fill up the cup. There's lots of fun things that you can do with that rainbow trout. Thanks so much for joining us today. Mrs. Ryan, Daniel, and Michael, thank you. Our photographer, Noah, thank you. And all of the teachers and staff and Kristen for helping out today. Enjoy your day and God bless. Be sure to check out the website.